Hey, Rumble World Entertainment, and the review embargo for Joker Folie à Deux has lifted. Yes, it premiered at Venice, and the critics got to see it, and the critics get to come out and give their opinions, and it's very mixed, which should not be a surprise at all, given the fact that these are the same critics that in 2019 were absolutely convinced that Joker was going to be a rallying call for gun-toting incels and was going to have this big uprising. And those opinions ended up being in all their reviews. Same people, the narrative has now changed, but they still don't seem to think it lives up to the original. And when you hear it and you just see it, you're hearing people like IGN giving it a 5 out of 10. You know, the same people who were giving the likes of The Acolyte and Rings of Disaster the likes of 7, 8s and 9s out of 10s. So keep that in mind. But we'll have a look at the articles that go over this and has the reviews in it. So it's saying, while the overall consensus is largely positive, it appears this musical sequel is lacking a compelling narrative and, despite some catchy songs, fails to capture lightning in a bottle for a second time. Which is interesting. You'll hear how they all kind of mix and match what they say and stuff. Starts off with The Hollywood Reporter. Oh, what a fantastic rag that is. That says, for a movie running 2.25 hours, Folie à Deux feels narratively a little thin and at times dull. On Lady Gaga, the trade adds, some will complain that Gaga is criminally underused in the movie, but as much as it cries out for more of the extravagant numbers where the singer-actress gets to shine, Lee does have a full character arc. Now, when I read that the first time, I was sitting there going, Lee? Who the hell is Lee? And it's literally Lee, L-E-E. And then I was like, wait, are they talking about Harley Quinn? It's Harley, not Lee, you stupid morons. The fact that it's saying she's criminally underused, I'm going to assume they mean in terms of they don't put her singing all that much. That's not a bad thing, to be honest with you, because that is one of the things everyone's nervous about, is the whole singing aspect. But it continues anyway. Deadline explains, with song, dance, comedy, darkness, animation, drama, violence and more, this is a musical, if it even is a musical, like no other. While The Wrap calls it the most interesting film about Arthur Fleck, it's genuinely a little daring, genuinely a little challenging, and genuinely a little genuine. So you're hearing it might actually have a bit of heart to it, which fair enough. I mean, it is meant to be a romance. Now you're seeing how they're kind of saying it is a musical. Well, it's funny because we will get into reviews who kind of say it's not a musical. You know, this is where it's kind of all over the place. The next one comes from Variety's critic, who wasn't a fan and argues that Joker follow-up is ambitious and superficially outrageous, but in a basic way it's an overly cautious sequel. So you have some saying it's daring and it kind of goes out there a bit, you know, and then Variety's going, it's too cautious, they don't go far enough. It's so strange. Empire awards Folie à Deux 4 stars and concludes, as sweet and beguiling a musical romance as it's possible to have between two murderous psychopaths. Its kooky approach won't suit all stripes of comic book fans, but it finds a strange, tragic hopefulness all of its own. Discussing film goes with the same score, so they give it a 4 stars, declaring it an enchanting follow-up that boasts some bold risks and surprise twists that will leave fans speculating for days. Now there you have one saying like it takes bold risks, there's big twists in it and it'll leave people speculating and stuff. I'm assuming that's the broken mind type thing, how much of it is in their minds, how much isn't. Compare that to, again, varieties who said it's overly cautious. How, if other people are saying it takes big, bold risks? It makes no sense. Here's the mother of them all. IGN was less impressed and wraps up a 5 out of 10 review with, despite the best efforts of Joaquin Phoenix, Lady Gaga, and an opening hour session Arkham Asylum, Joker Folie à Deux wastes its potential as a movie musical, a courtroom drama, and a sequel that has everything meaningful to say about or add to the first Joker. So they're just outright hating it. Again, these are the same morons who are given the likes of The Acolyte and Rings of Power 9 out of 10 whatnot. So keep that in mind. The Guardian, who just hates everything, goes with a 3-star rating, stating that while the sequel ends up as strident, laborious, and often flat out tedious as the first film, so you see they already despise the first movie, there's an improvement. So they're saying, oh, there's a bit of an improvement, but they clearly hated the first movie, so they were going in fully biased against it anyway. The Independent adds a star, so they gave it 4 stars, and calls it an ingenious and deeply unsettling film. So that's an interesting one. And the final one of the superhero hating chums at IndieWire award the movie a C- and say Folie à Deux, on a conceptual level, its turgid symphony of unexpected cameos, mournfully cello solos, and implied sexual violence is too dissonant to appreciate even on its own terms. So it's a bit of a mixed bag. It says, this is the article now, it's a bit of a mixed bag, though we were expecting that. Joker was similarly divisive and sits at 69% on Rotten Tomatoes. Despite that, it was nominated for countless awards and earned Phoenix a well-deserved Best Actor, Oscar, blah blah blah. Not to mention that the thing made over $1 billion. Now, Joker Folie à Deux comes out on October 4th, so the fact that they've lifted the embargo, like, this isn't social media reactions, this is full reviews. The fact that they've lifted that shows the studio's confidence in the movie. The fact that these critics are hating it pretty much means that we're probably all going to love it. Because again, these are the same people who despised the first movie. They're the ones who again said, oh, it's just going to be a call for incels to uprise and cause violence and yada yada yada. It's a far-right extremist movie. All that garbage. Same people. So it's a brand new movie. Brand new characters, brand new twists and turns, brand new story. Same old critics, because they're just out there still hating on it. Clearly they still want to try and push this narrative of, oh, it's just for the far right and it's for the incels and the basement dwellers and blah blah blah. They're gonna say the usual crap. But now we know what their feelings are. We know what the fans' reaction was to the first Joker. I'm pretty much expecting to see the exact same thing. Now, there was an article spouting out about a spoiler in one of these articles. I haven't actually looked at the article, I just saw the headline saying major spoiler for Joker Folie à Deux has surfaced courtesy of today's reviews. I'm going to assume I don't really want to read that, and I'm not going to read it here and spoil it for anyone. If you want to know or don't want to know, you can go look yourself. But I'm going to assume that the spoiler is the whole Arkham thing, that it's meant to be the first half hour or hour, whatever that review said, that it takes place in Arkham. That's probably the spoiler. Or the cameos. But we knew about some of them anyway. Yeah, I won't say who, just in case you don't know, but it's not Batman. I can say that. It's not Batman, so don't go, oh, it's Batman. It's not Batman. Anyway, there's the reviews that are available so far. Usual suspects, given the usual bullshit out of them. No surprise to any of us, I suppose. So with that, if you don't mind, like, share, subscribe. Help the channel grow. Helps me out a lot, and it's much appreciated. So with that, I shall leave it there for this one. Cheers, and I will catch you in the next one.